Spirit. The amount of the spirit man brings with him/her to this world from the God spiritual world is limited up to now because it has been time of the freewheeling. But now man brings the amount of the spirit more than ever as man has to cross the big ridge to build a new world. Man has come to this world with the necessary amount of the spirit to complete the important task. People add the new power that is not provided before to the experiences they have accumulated. And the power of them has become so significant as it never be seen in the past. The organization of a new world is made by the four-dimensional God. Spiritual world and man is put on the earth after the through scrutiny in the repeated divine conference. Because the end of this world comes near, the heaven also takes the perfect preparations and the setups without a moment's leisure. Because it has been time of the freewheeling, man is obliged to bring only the partial spirit to this world. But this time now it is changed. There are many people who are bringing the perfect spirit with themselves. Also there are people who awake themselves and get the power to connect with the God spiritual world. And there are people who have settled their karma and become able to display the exact power of the God spiritual world. It is a new trend, and simultaneously on the other hand the past practices have become obsolete. The canopy placed over the freewheeling world is taken off. Man can become the real God man in this world that can connect with the God spiritual world. Man must know the fact how divinely created the God man is. And must notice the plan of the gods. Whether one likes it or not, man has to restore oneself to the original figure of the God. And it is required now because the present world has the system for each man to achieve the perfection in this earthly world. Man must always watch oneself to be healthy both in body and mind, and try to keep a pure and innocent heart to accomplish the perfect. Then the gods will harness one. Place a top priority to the challenge to have the heart that connects to the universe and the God spiritual world. Live up to the God's reason. Man must ask oneself for the justice and try to remove the distorted bad habits. Man with the prosperous impetus must achieve the completion of this world where no poverty, shortage and suffering exist. It is the world of the gods. It is the great purpose of the gods in the beginning. Man who responds to the great desire of the gods suits to the timing of the transition. And man flourishes everything. Man goes along with the big change where the gods' practice will not fade. To know about the universe, understand the gods and man, to know about the fundamentals of a life on the ground in the three-dimensional world, are the things people must learn when they are children. The spirit in the God spiritual world can split according to the need for oneself or then age. But under the consent of the God spiritual world, some portion of the spirit is kept in the original place of the God spiritual world. While man gets a pure and innocent state of mind to return to one's origin, the gods, on the other hand, make a plan to clean the three worlds, the world of the 3000, and restore them to the normal worlds. To gain a free communication back with the heaven and bring theocracy actually down to the ground again are really longed by people and the gods. Namely, it is the completion of the reunification of the world.